In tonight's WGN Investigates, the pandemic restrictions may be over, but the scams are not. So far, 1.7 million attempts to file fake unemployment claims have been stopped, but the state doesn't think the thieves are done.
Now, investigative reporter Lourdes Duarte has more on the filing of false unemployment claims impacting tax returns.
As if getting your identity stolen isn't bad enough, now people are dealing with the tax man. One woman says a fake claim is now also stopping her from collecting a nearly $1,000 tax return. It's been 15 months of continued hits for the Illinois Department of Employment Security. We first told you about issues with the call center.
I tried in 5 days. I had 400 attempts to get through on that 800 number in Springfield. Yes, it's true.
Not long after that, cases of identity theft started to pile up. The scheme using the unemployment system to file fake claims to try and collect cash. So far, the head of the Illinois Department of Employment Security says the state has stopped about 1.7 million fake claims. Add to that the millions of times scammers are trying to tap into the computer system.
Just last week, the state of Illinois Computer Network stopped 450 million attempts to access our benefit management systems. 450 million attempts by bad actors that were attempting to get in.
Even if you haven't been the subject of one of these fake unemployment claims, is to do what's necessary, I think, to protect your credit now.
Now comes a story of Andrea Graham. She thought someone's attempt to file a fake claim back in May of 2020 in her name had been solved until she tried to file her taxes.
And I got a letter from the comptroller's office indicating, yeah, you owe the state money, we're not paying you.
How much did you owe the state? Did they tell you?
They said it was a little over 10 grand.
That you owed the state $10,000 because
Of the unemployment benefits that were paid to me.
Here's the catch. She never received any unemployment benefits. Without her even knowing it, someone filed a claim in her name. While it all gets sorted out, her tax return is on hold.
$827.
How long have you been waiting for that $827?
Like 6 months-ish.
And the wait goes on. Like a lot of people, she learned about the problem when she received a 1099-G form. It details the unemployment money was paid out. IDES estimates that about 97,000 people have called their offices with questions about that form for lots of different reasons, including unemployment claims they never made.
We will help them. We will clear out that 1099-G. We will submit the appropriate information to the IRS so that is clear.
While the questions roll in, people like Terry Iverson, the owner of a small machine tool distributor, has received mail from IDES about fake claims, not only in his name, but in the names of people who never even worked for him.
Just to give you an idea, we're a small company. We have 13 people, and we have 100 letter claims. This is our correspondence that we've gotten over the course of 4 or 5 months. And you can see just, with the calipers, set of calipers, that it's 2 inches plus thick.
And the story doesn't end there. The Employment Security Agency is now on high alert for what may be an onslaught of more fake unemployment claims. There are at least 25 states that will stop paying claims before the September deadline. Illinois is not one of them, which means the state is once again a target for scammers.
As we have seen in the past, as federal programs have been nearing their expiration date, fraudsters are doing everything they possibly can to get in.
That alert brings us back to people like Andrea Graham, who simply wants her tax return and the headaches of the last year to stop.
Yeah, I had no idea that this was ever going to be a problem.
And the takeaway from all this is to be even more alert than usual, because the next few months will be full of identity theft attempts, even more than usual, especially using the employment system. One piece of encouraging news: the U.S. Department of Labor is giving states added resources to make systems safer. In the meantime, IDES is still trying to figure out how much was paid out in fake claims in Illinois. I'm Lourdes Duarte, WGN Investigates.